Hello, everybody. This is the one and only Mr. LP Steven Sykes, host of Enliven Radio, and as part of our Empowered Women series. As promised, I'm always trying to bring out more wonderful and exciting women who are doing a lot of great things in the world today that you may not know about. And here's another wonderful lady, and we're gonna let her introduce herself.
My name is Danette Makaila. I'm 15 years old and I am the CEO of Princess Jewel Style, where I make and sell designer hair bows for teens. And I am also an author and speaker.
Awesome, and designer hair bows.
Yes,
All right. Now, question: where are you from?
I am actually from the Virginia Beach area.
The Virginia Beach area. So,
Yes,
okay. Is that your? You enjoy it down there?
I do. There's not much to do, but they have some good stuff.
Now, you're gonna find a lot of people that are upset about that. Not much to do and everything. Is like this outside of Northern Virginia. That's the next place everybody want to go to.
Well, compared to other places that I have lived, it's one of the areas that doesn't have much to do.
So, where else have you lived?
Well, I've lived in Charlotte. I've lived all over Virginia, really.
You been here to Richmond?
Yes,
So
I have.
you hated Richmond and you came down to Virginia Beach.
No, no. I was actually pretty sad when I left Richmond. I had a lot of great friends there.
What side of town did you live on? Your side, south
Um,
side.
South side. It
South
was
side.
like the Chesterfield area.
Oh, okay, cool.
Chesterfield.
And then you like Northern Virginia as well.
I do. I don't really remember Northern Virginia that much.
Okay, not a problem. It's way back 4 years ago. So now tell me, now that you're down at Virginia Beach and things like that, you say the name of your company one more time, Pete.
Princess
Prin-
Jewel Style.
Princess Jewel Styles. Now, how did you come up with the name of that?
Well, actually, I started my first business when I was 9 years old, making and selling sterling silver jewelry for kids. And actually, my mom helped me pick out that name, and I absolutely loved it. And so when I rebranded my company, I didn't want to give up that name because I loved it. So I just sort of added the style to it so it would be more fashion friendly.
So it was your mom's business name when she wanted, so she just gave it to you.
No.
Okay. No. So how do you have any other siblings with you that work with you in business or?
Well, I actually do have a brother, and he's in college, but he doesn't work with me.
Oh, he doesn't work with you. Okay, so you make him do all the hard work, go to school, okay, and things like that. So what does your brother think that his younger sister's now running all these different things?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know what he
I
thinks?
don't know.
You want me to give him a call right quick for you?
You can.
Okay, no problem. Ain't gonna disturb him. So now, what does Princess Jewel Styles? You mentioned bows? Do you sell other things with that, or is it just like hair bows, bows for men? What type of bows?
Well, actually, that's a good question because right now I've just sort of been doing hair bows, but actually next year I'm going to be launching my fashion line at a huge fashion show that they're having in April.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also about to start selling bow ties
Mm.
in the new year,
Okay.
and so I'm really excited about
I know how to tie a bow tie.
it. Well, it's going to be the clip-on bow ties.
Oh,
Save you the trouble and work.
if you're gonna do, you gotta go old school. You gotta tie the bow tie. Okay. Well, now the fashions. Well, let's work back. The bow ties that you sell now. Do you have some examples?
Well, I actually have some examples of hair bows. I haven't started the bow ties yet,
Okay,
but
sorry.
I do. Yes. So this is actually one of my favorite.
Ah,
Yes.
cool. Does this clip on?
It does, but it clips into your hair. It's a French clip.
All right. So we're gonna
That
do what we
works.
can. This work? Yeah, I didn't. I didn't dread my hair this morning. So
Just keep your head very still.
I can dance. Okay. All right. This is pretty. And how long did it take you to make this one here?
How long did it take me? Probably about 20 minutes for that one because the bow, I mean, with the cutting and everything, that takes the majority of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Once you form the bow, it's pretty much easy, and then you just add the embellishments.
Okay, cool. This one's pretty.
Thank
What
you.
else? Give me another one you have here.
Okay, what
I'm
about
a kid in a candy store now.
this one?
Oh, now this one. This looks like one you can wear in a Halloween outfit or a Vira could wear. It's nice and silvery.
Yes,
That's
yes it
pretty.
is.
Now, how long did it take you to learn how to do this? So, like, did it just come up in your head? Someone taught you, and you decided to go ahead do another one, or how did this go?
Well, actually, when I was rebranding, I was sort of trying to think about something that I would want to do because I was sort of tired of doing jewelry. I'd done that for about 4 years, so I was like over it. I wanted to do something else that involved more of the fashion and fabric aspect. So I know that I really love hair bows, and I know that it's a really big fashion. I won't say trend because it's been around for a long time, and I think it'll stick. So I just really loved hair bows, and I decided that would be something cool to do.
Well, I see you have a lot of different styles. What's
I
another
do.
one that you have?
Well, I'll show you actually one of the plainer ones. It's just a simple dressmaker fan bow.
Dressmaker fan bow.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's a style bow it is. It's really,
These
because
are
it's a
awesome.
fan.
I had to get one for my sister. And how much are these bows?
Well, they range from $10 to $25.
So it's not the $19.99 plus $4 shipping and handling that you see on the paid channels.
No,
every morning?
there are a lot of different prices. So
Okay.
you can really.
That's awesome. Now, if someone wants to see, okay, you know, I'm interested in buying one, where could they find these bows?
They can find the bows at princessjewelstyle.com, and it's actually not quite up there yet because I'm going to be launching my store actually sometime next week.
Okay.
So it's not up there yet, but it will be.
So do I get a free one by any chance and things like that? Can I get one accessory? Okay, I'll leave you alone. Now, you mentioned that you're into fashion and design. Are you cutting the fabric and things like that, or are you looking more so just finding the fabrics and styling other people? What form of fashion are you looking to work with?
Well, I'm actually a fashion designer, and I mean, I'm looking to, one of my big goals when I get older, I mean, I'm 15, but is to have my own boutique, complete with everything from hair bows to shoes. So I'm getting there slowly.
See, now you don't hit the magic word, you know, that everybody wants to know about the shoes now. High heel shoes, low heel shoes, all types of.
It's probably going to be a little bit of that.
Okay, not a problem. Now I'm hearing all these things, nothing for the guys.
Well, you got your bow ties in there, but this is a girly boutique.
But the women make stuff for men.
You take what you can get. In this boutique, it's all for girls. You got a couple stuff for the guys.
Okay, a couple stuff for the guys. Okay, no problem. With the boutique, so now you're designing fashion. Is there which type of clothing are you looking to make first? Like dresses, pants, shirts, or just around different items?
I would say that it's going to be a good mix, but really one thing that I want to focus on is the dresses. I really love designing dresses.
That's awesome because a lot of people don't know. You know, a lot of women just do not know what type of dress to get these days for themselves.
I didn't know that.
I'd be surprised, but now you're giving them another option from a different point of view and things. Where did you learn how to cut dresses and make them?
Where did I learn how to cut dresses? Well, actually, I took sewing classes when I was about 9 or 8 for a little while, and I actually have some great fashion designers that have been helping me to learn how to sew better.
See, and I appreciate that because a lot of people just jump in and they think it's just easy to do. I can make that, but it's not.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and you actually, so you're coming up through the field and getting trained. So that's something that's very important to do. When is the fashion show of your debut of your clothing? You mentioned April?
Yes, it's at the end of April. I believe it's April 26th.
Okay, where's it going to be at? Down at Virginia Beach?
Columbia, South Carolina.
So you're going to make me leave Richmond, Columbia, South Carolina. Is okay. When you get the address of everything, make sure you let us know regarding that.
Okay.
Now, also, I understand you model as well.
I do.
Well, how do you like the modeling?
I love modeling. Modeling has been something that I've loved to do since I was teeny. And I really got into it when I started cheering. Cheering isn't modeling, but it really helps with modeling. It's sort of like a different...
It builds your confidence.
Yeah.
And willing to speak in front of people and all those
That's
things.
a good way to put it. And actually, after cheerleading, I did my first hair show, and I've been modeling ever since.
Now, where have you modeled? Have you been doing the runways of Milan, and New York Fashion Week?
Well, I was actually, I modeled in Charlotte Fashion Week,
Hmm.
as well as some other shows here and there.
Hmm.
I just finished modeling in the Curves on the Runway fashion show that was held somewhere around Virginia Beach.
Hmm.
And one of my bows was actually showcased in New York Fashion Week.
Now that is how do you feel when you see your bow on Fashion Week? And of all the things, it is the hot belt and everything else.
It was pretty cool.
So we need to get Carrie from Sex and the City to be wearing one of your bows, and then now you're really up on it.
Yes.
You'll be happy with that.
Well, actually, one of my idols is like Selena Gomez, Blake Lively.
Mhm.
I really love them as role models because they want to be role models. They strive to be role models, and they're great role models. They're both models and actresses, and I think those are pretty much two of the only celebrities that I haven't heard their name in the paper for something
Well,
bad.
Selena's been in some trouble here and there. A few
No,
times.
that was just as her name was next to Justin Bieber, and that was all him. It doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It
No,
doesn't count.
it
Okay.
doesn't count.
Because good girl, bad boy deal. Okay, not a problem. Well, since you opened that door, I'm gonna hit you with a question.
Oh gosh.
Okay. What do you think is the problem that you see a lot of youth now? Obviously, there are a lot of people who come up in celebrity world who done very well. Maybe they stayed in the field or going into other endeavors. But it's always the few. Maybe every 2, 3 years, there's always somebody that's in trouble. For a while, you heard Paris Hilton. For a while, you heard Selena Gomez or Justin Bieber, Lindsay Lohan. But you don't hear anything about, Hillary and Haley Duff. Even before the years ago, Angelina Jolie was always in some trouble before she turned the corner. Some say she hasn't, but she turned the corner. So what do you think needs to be done? Because you're in that field right now. What do you think is needed to stay grounded and not get into so much trouble? Do you think it's too much freedom, too much money?
I think it's just more about the support team that you have around you, because that industry really can be very stressful, can be very hurtful, and if you don't have a good support team around you to help you cope, then you're gonna turn the wrong way.
So is somebody just sitting there saying, not giving them yes man because you got the money, you got a check? Okay. What do you think we need to do to fix Chris Brown?
I couldn't answer that. I don't really listen to that type of music.
Okay, what type of music do you listen to?
Well, I mostly listen to pop and a little bit of country.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a country fan too. Tear in my beer, crying for you, my dear.
See, yeah, I don't know. It's not really hard country. It's sort of that pumping
Oh,
country and pop. mix.
Okay,
So
pop
it's-
country.
I
Okay.
don't know.
So you don't know nothing about no Conway Twitty and things like that. Okay, see, Travis Tritt, Randy Travis, Hank Williams Jr. Oh, see, we're gonna have to work on you. We see, you gotta understand the pop country. You gotta see where it came from to get there. So we're gonna work on that. Oh, download you some MP3.
Okay.
All right. So now that you transition to modeling, and then now you also speak and go to different speaking engagements, how is that for you?
Well, speaking is a huge step for me because that's actually something that I've been afraid of doing for a long time.
I can't tell.
I am actually, I used to be. I'm still sort of shy, but I used to be extremely shy. So speaking is a huge step for me, but every time I do it, after,
You get stronger and stronger.
happier. So.
How many speaking engagements have you done yet so far?
Oh gosh, I can't even give you a number. It's
So-
been quite a few.
So you've done quite a few, but you're still scared.
Yeah, I'm nervous every time I go, but when I get up there, then it's like, it's okay.
But you know what? Nervous is good. Because how you apply it and things like that. So what are some of the topics that you speak on when you go to these speaking engagements?
Well, I speak on youth success and entrepreneurship.
Youth success and entrepreneurship. Okay.
Yes. And actually, the talk that I've been doing a lot lately is called Just Dream It.
Just say that.
Just Dream It.
Just dream it. Okay.
Yes. and it's actually something that I teach on. It's the Success is a Decision Diamond Blueprint. And so I actually wrote my book, Success is a Decision.
Success is
Yes.
a decision.
And so it sort of helps you to realize that, okay, success is a decision, but then you don't really know how to really go forth and make the decision to succeed.
Because I think everybody makes a decision to be successful. But so, what does your book? Tell me some of the things that helps get people there. I see that you have. Oh, you have a picture of your lovely mother on there. Is that your mother?
Yes, it is.
Oh my, you look just like her. So your mother's name is Miss Danette M. Daniels. She's a PhD. What she is a PhD in?
I think her PhD is in performance and training improvement.
You do not know what degree your mom has gone into.
I don't know. She's so smart. She has so many degrees, and I'm like, ah.
You're supposed to just get her name her down. Mom is gonna be so upset when she sees this. I'm just let her know. I'm gonna tell her I'm sorry. We'll figure something out. But so obviously your mother is a big motivator in all of these different things. Is that because she got tired of buying you candy?
I don't know. I mean,
Like, what made you to sit up and say? Obviously, you mentioned you started around 9, pushing towards all this. What made you say, you know what, I'm going to do this versus watching SpongeBob?
well, that actually came more from my brother. And he was a youth entrepreneur at the time. Like, around the time I was about 5. And so my brother has always been a big role model in my life. I always looked up to him. So it was just something that I sort of jumped into doing. I was like, oh, well, I want to do that. And after I started doing it, it was something that I really loved. And then my mom, of course, she's an entrepreneur too, so she taught me everything I know.
Wow, awesome. So now, so it's in the blood. So it truly means what they say, train a child as you shall go. Because now she trained you to be entrepreneur, business savvy, and then she's got you going in there. Tell me a little bit. You have these key terms, 1 through 5: impact plan, resources, incentive, skills, empowerment. These are the I Rise principle. How did you come up with that?
Well, actually, that is the principle that my mom wrote in her portion of the book.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, mine is an acronym for success.
Okay.
So it's just sort of like a guide or sort of the qualities that you need to be successful.
Awesome. I see you have something here. It's pretty much something for every day. Notes and what it means. Your mother has a quote in here that says, failure is an event, not a person. What do you think about that quote?
Failure is an event,
Not a person. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that my mother tells me this all the time because I get so upset because I don't like to fail. I know that you have to fail to ultimately become successful, but she always tells me, she's like, well, everybody's gonna fail. Everybody, I mean, if you don't fail, then you're not human. So, I mean, I guess you just have to accept that you're gonna fail at least once or twice, and you just have to get up and keep going because it doesn't make you.
What was you've been pretty successful with your bow tie, your fashion, moving forward eventually into shoes and other things. You have your book. Name me something that didn't work out for you, that you have failed.
That didn't work out for me. Okay. Let's see. Well, I think, well, that's sort of a hard question for me because I've only ever really tried stuff that I was sort of really interested in, but I would say maybe art. I'm okay at art, but as hard as I try, I'm not as good as an artist as I want to be.
Were
So
you
that may be
fingerprinting?
something.
Are you fingerprinting, finger, or you do the paint brushes, oil painting? What type of art? Photography?
Well, I actually, well, of course, I draw my designs, but I also just really love art, like drawing animals, landscapes, buildings, just stuff like that.
Oh, you have to send me some examples. I really like it. Yeah, I really want one and things like that. I want it signed so I can sell it on eBay when you get famous. Okay, I might need a mortgage payment. Or something in the future. But how did you come over that? You know, besides, let's say it maybe not being an event. Let's say something in school or a class or whatever. What did you do to overcome it? Obviously, the failure is not an option in your life. So, what motivated you besides your mom saying, you know, keep going? What kind of pushed you?
Well, yeah, my mom definitely motivates me every day, but I think the thing that helps me to overcome it is that to me, this is my life, this is my career, this is something that I really want to do. So when I get discouraged, I'm able to overcome it, but it really does help a lot that my mom helps me to overcome it and helps me to see things that I might not be able to see at that time.
She's giving you the building blocks because sometimes mom is not going to be always around.
Yeah.
And things like that. She's not going to bail you out of jail. You decide to go ahead and do something. So if I see you hanging out with Lindsay Lohan one day,
Oh no.
and she go, you know, they gonna only bail her out, not you. But where can we find this lovely book, Success is a Decision?
Well, you can actually go to empoweringyouthforsuccess.com.
EmpoweringYouthForSuccess.com.
Or if you're already on my other website, princessjewelstyle.com, there's a link to buy the book there.
Cool. Wow, thank you so very much for my free copy here that you're going to sign and things like that. Tell me a little bit about you go to school now.
Yes, I'm homeschooled.
You homeschool. Now, who's homeschooling you?
Well, technically, I go to online school, so
Oh, that's
on my
no
computer.
problem. Okay, that's good. And I find how you like that versus being in class. Have you always been homeschooled or?
No, I actually just started homeschooling in the 9th grade.
9th grade. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're now technically a 10th grade sophomore. Okay. So what's the difference between for you being in homeschool versus being in the classroom?
Well, the classroom, I mean, it's great. I mean, you have your friends there. It's sort of, well, I wouldn't say it's hands-on because not every class is hands-on, but it's sort of right there learning, like the teacher's right there with you. But for me, class just wasn't it. I did well in school, but it wasn't for me.
So you needed, what wasn't for you? The people, the setup, did you find, because the reason I'm asking that question is I'm a big supporter of multi-ways of learning. You know, some people need to, more hands-on. And besides, because a lot of times you see the hands-on was always in the agriculture, the wood shop, metal shop, mechanics, agriculture, things like that. But with applied technology or future things, let's say science, well, it means I can learn all I want on a periodic table in the classes. But it's something if I can go to a nice chemistry building that's filtering the water and things like that. So when we got to do that, that got me better. Excuse me, that helped make me better. Excuse me, bad language. I'm setting a bad example for you. So sorry. So what was your favorite subject in school?
Probably Spanish or social studies.
So can you tell me something in Spanish?
Oh gosh.
See, I'm gonna get you one way or another. I'm gonna get you one way or another. So are you a fluent Spanish speaker?
I am not.
Not yet. Okay.
I like Spanish. I like trying to learn Spanish, but I'm not close to being fluent yet.
Okay. Now with the classes and there's more one-on-one training if you're online school, do you what are you going to do when it comes time for prom?
Not go to prom.
You're not going to go to prom?
No. But one event that I really love to participate in each year is I'm not sure, it's the Sandbox, I believe it is, and they have an event every year for the Children's Hospital in Charlotte, and so they do a prom for the kids who don't get to go to prom because they're in the hospital.
That's so awesome, things like that. So you do charity work.
I do.
What other charity organizations do you work with?
Well, actually, pretty much all the children's hospitals, but my number one charity organization is specifically CHKD, which is Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters.
Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters.
And I believe it's located Newport News area, somewhere around there. And that one is really big for me because they have saved my life and actually one of my cousin's lives.
How did it save your life?
Well, actually, I was born 2 months premature,
Okay.
so I was diagnosed with severe allergies and asthma.
I can relate to that. So well, thank the Lord that they were there for you and help you out with that. What do you think about college now that you're doing all this? Do you still feel the classroom's not going to be for you, or are you looking to go online college, or are you going to look onto a college that offers more hands-on or take your business to the next step? What about that?
Well, I had actually been thinking about that, and I had sort of decided that I was actually going to go to college, but now I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure what college I want to go to yet, but I know that I want to study something around fashion and business.
Okay, cool. Little hint, big E schools. Yeah, I'm going to get in trouble unless you go to UVA. So, I'm going to get in trouble because I went to UVA. But, and I know we have a few people who love Virginia State and Virginia Union and things like that. Do you want to go to a public university or private, or?
I'm not sure. I haven't really given that much of any thought.
Okay. And you want to major in fashion?
Fashion business, I'm not sure. I think you can do something like the major, minor, but I'm not sure
A lot
which
of
it's going to
schools.
be.
Have you thought about the fashion school, FIT in New York?
Well,
They really would love somebody of your nature. I promise you right now, you put an application, I'm quite sure they will sit there and check.
I've thought about it, but I just really don't want to be in New York. I don't think that's the best. I don't think that's the best surroundings for me, like full time like that. So I'm just not sure. That probably is the best school to go to. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna have to make sure we hide this video and block it from anybody in the tri-state area, so I don't get you in no
I
trouble.
know my mom's probably saying that too, because she's actually from New York. So.
You mentioned what part of New York am I from?
The Bronx.
It's Bronx, Boogie Down Bronx, as they say. Okay, no problem. What have you been to New York?
I have been to New York.
What part of New York do you like the most?
I haven't been there enough to say that. Like, I haven't been so many different places. Like, the only place I've really been is near Times Square. So.
Okay. You have a webinar online that you have. Can you tell us a little bit about the webinar?
Well, which one in particular?
Well, tell us about all
All of them?
of them. Yeah, you have I saw the one that you had about training about building success, and you had a grand model magic webinar.
Well, I actually have one webinar that I do, and it's called the Know Your Dough Game Show.
Know your
dough, like money.
I know your dough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I actually haven't done that one in a long time, but it's something that I did a while back. And it's a webinar that teaches kids about money and like knowing different currencies and knowing the history about money and stuff.
I do a life skills class. I'm going to get you. Like that. Do you find that more young girls are admire what you're doing, or do you find them being jealous of you? Do you feel the hate, as they like to call it, or you find a lot of more young girls your age wanting to do more things and find more things about what you're doing?
I haven't really had much of that experience yet. I know that my friends are very supportive.
Good.
But I don't know. I can't really answer that. I haven't run into that sort of experience.
Okay. A couple of more questions for you, if you don't mind. Okay. Apple or Android?
Android, hands down.
Thank you. See, you on my team. There you go, girl. Okay, big ups for you right there. Okay. Do you keep up with the politics and things a little bit?
I don't. Politics is not really my thing.
Okay, not a problem. Well, what are you gonna do when it comes time to vote?
I have no idea yet. I'll think about it when it comes.
Because you mentioned school, maybe even getting involved in your local school board and explain to them why you chose Enliven. They might go off on some of your recommendations.
Maybe.
Okay. Favorite city?
Favorite city? Well, the funny thing is, I love to travel, but I haven't really been that many places. I've been about everywhere on the East Coast. I've been to Ohio and Washington State and Texas. So I'm not really sure. I'm gonna hold out on that until I visit California.
Okay. Washington State's on the East Coast?
No.
Okay.
I was adding some in there, like
okay, I just want to make
Ohio
sure
and Texas,
we
and
clarify
Washington
that.
State.
I just
No.
want to help you out. I was going to leave you hanging out there too badly. Favorite food?
Favorite food? Candy? Does that count?
No.
Can that be a favorite food?
Candy does not count.
I
Sorry.
don't really have a favorite food.
Don't have a
I would
favorite.
probably say pasta. I eat that like every day.
Pasta, okay.
Yes,
Cool.
pasta.
All right, do you work out? You stay very healthy. You
Do
seem
I
to be.
work out?
Yes, you just going off the natural skills.
I try my best to work out. It doesn't happen as often as it should.
Okay. And who dressed your outfit today? You were pretty sharp.
I did.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay. All right. So, do you find when you go to stores, people see your outfit and say, "Hey, can you help me out with something"?
No, that's never happened.
That's never happened to you
Never
yet.
happened.
Oh, it's gonna come. Let's keep dressing like that. It's gonna
I've
come.
gotten a lot of compliments on my outfits though, so I think it's okay.
Shoes. Who's your favorite shoe designer?
My favorite shoe designer. I couldn't answer that either. I don't know. Maybe I would say maybe Michael Kors or Louis Vuitton, but I'm not really that big on shoes. I prefer clothes. So.
Okay. Heels or flats?
Depends.
Okay. No problem. How do you feel that you're doing something that's more along the lines of the adult world? Obviously, most people your age is obviously involved in high school sports. Some involved in bad things such as drugs. You see teen pregnancies, a variety of different things. How are you staying above the fray and at the same time balancing still the desires of being a kid, enjoy your life as a teenager, but still moving forward in your life as an adult?
Well, like I said, this is my life. This is something that I really want to do. So for me, this is fun. And so I still have times where I can quote unquote be a kid and like go to the movies or whatever, but this is fun to me.
Dating?
No.
Dating, okay.
I have plenty of time for that later.
You have plenty of time. Good woman. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. I like that answer. This Danette Makaila. Did I say it? Okay. I thank you so very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem. You are a friend of the program. And whenever you have more and more events and things coming about, you make sure you let us know. I'm waiting for my bow tie in mail. Can you do me a favor? I want you to make me one that says Marie on here, so I can give it to my sister. And I'm gonna. This won't stay. There you go. They said I had a big head, but gee, it must not be good enough for funny. So I'm gonna have this on my head for me the rest of the day. And,
Okay.
So can I keep it?
You can keep it on your head.
Okay, no problem. And is this your first book, right?
Yes.
Do you have any more books coming out?
Soon.
Soon, okay. Well, I need you to do me a favor.
What's
Next
that?
time you come, bring your mom. Okay. She's beautiful. We need to have her over. And at the same time, make sure I send you my copy signed next time. And again, your name of your book is
Success is a Decision.
Success is a Decision. And the name of your website is
PrincessJewelStyle.com.
Princess Jewel Style, no S.
Well, okay, Princess Jewels with an S style.com.
PrincessJewelStyle.com. And we can get your book from there as well.
Yes.
Okay. And then if people want to contact you, the contact information is on the website?
Yes.
Okay, not a problem. I thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, and we'll love to see you soon, okay?
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
is Danette Makaila. I'm 15 years old and I'm the CEO of Princess Jewels Style. And I'd like to welcome you to Empowering Youth for Success. I started my first business, Princess Jewels, at the age of 9, making and selling sterling silver jewelry for kids. Want to hear more? Follow me. So then, at the age of 15, I rebranded into PJ Style, where I make and sell designer hair bows for teen fashionistas, like you. See? I love being an entrepreneur because I know that I can control my future. But what you may not know is that I'm also an author and award-winning speaker. And my mission is to help empower 1 million youth to make the decision to succeed every day. So stay tuned for more posts and videos on how you can help make that mission become reality. And just remember, success is a decision. Leaders create the life that they want to live. So the question is, are you ready to lead?